Unmute you. Welcome, welcome.
Afternoon.
So how you doing today, cousin?
I'm good, boo. I'm good. How are you?
Welcome, welcome. Sorry, had a little echo. My bad.
I, I see. I see.
But all right, hey y'all, welcome on in. Welcome on in. I we have today's segment for Peach Tea. We got a little information to get out to you guys and talk about this this stalker date from hell. So I definitely want to hear this story. Um, But right now, we're going to go ahead and start off with some tips on how to approach women because we have a lot of rusty individuals out there. People always think that they have to have some type of line or game when they're like entering the inbox or even when you're approaching somebody in person. And, that's not the case. You can just be yourself.
Yourself. Yeah.
Right. You can actually, approach someone with normality. Like you don't have to like do all this extra stuff that people be doing. So one of these tips that me and my cousin had already discussed is this hey sexy in the DMs. How many times have you gotten that?
2 minutes to count, and um, it's lame. It's very lame. If you don't know me like that, like if you know me on that level, go there
Right.
because I like that. But don't feed me no superficial stuff because
Right. Cuz I mean, it's very simple to just have a regular conversation with someone. This hey sexy, hey beautiful only really like for the people I know for myself. Um unless like we've already had that type of connection outside of social media or we've actually went on dates and I actually like you, that's the only time it really will resonate. Like other than that, it just seems weird, it's kind of creepy, you know um I know I don't like it. So
it's
um
cheesy. It's very cheesy.
right. So and then you have those individuals that like to come in people's DMs and stuff and say, what you doing or where you at? Like, do you know me, sir? Like, what do you, what, why you want to know where I'm at?
What was our prior conversation?
Right,
Do you know my real name?
right. I want to also tell the ladies to, the third tip, the ladies to not be afraid of shooting their shot either, because, oftentimes I hear from men, and one day we'll have men on the show to kind of like provide their insight on how the approaching game is for them. But I've heard too many times where guys say that you take the added pressure off when it's the woman actually doing the approaching, because that initial hey how are you, getting the woman's number, I think is a bit nerve-wracking for a lot of men. So I think that us women have to like start being more flexible with us being the one to actually approach the guy.
And if
It's,
you're not going to approach, at least be approachable.
that's true. That's true.
I say that because I tend to have a mean look on my face naturally. You know,
Right.
that's not the least bit of my personality. I can't help how I look, but I'm starting to try to be more aware of the look on my face when I'm places.
Right.
But but at the same time now, if you are meant to be approached, they're going to approach you that way anyway because that's
True.
how I met my husband. Was the look on my face? He was like, "Why is such a pretty girl like you looking so mean?" Like, if you don't, sir, go about your day. But but it got my attention, because I was like, "Am I looking mean? I'm looking like my normal self." So we
Right.
have to learn to be approachable as well.
True. And I know sometimes I have my little
Same,
art, what is it,
same
risen bitch face.
face. Mhm.
Yeah. I know I sometimes have that face on all the time. Hey, Miss Cox, how are you? Thank you for joining us, darling. But yeah, so and I think we addressed this before, but yeah, like the other tip is to like have, yes, rest in bitch face. The other tip is to have a normal conversation, something that's outside of just the woman's physical appearance, because a lot of times when people approach or even come in someone's DMs, it's always oh, I noticed you had this on and you look fine, and it's just like, can you talk about something else? Like, I understand what we post on social media is typically what grabs a person's attention, but if you're looking to build something with someone, or rather approach this person on a different level, then you got to come with something different.
Right.
Everybody.
I agree with that, and that's the thing about it. If you've been watching me, then you should have been studying me.
That
So,
part.
and not everything that we put on social media is attached to who we really are. But if you study me long enough to get to know me, you're gonna find something about me outside of what I look
Right.
like
Physical.
that you can, start a conversation on. If it's your true intent to get to know me now. Now, if it's your true intent to get a piece of me, then I get it.
Right.
I get
Right.
it.
Right. She said, come up with something new.
Right.
I agree. So, the other thing is, and you hit on it a little bit, their intentions. Make sure you're transparent in your intentions on approaching someone. um Oftentimes you have these individuals, even when you display disinterest and you say, well, hey, I'm not interested, you got men that say, well, you can't have a friend, or or I'm just trying to be your friend, like,
So what kind of friend are you trying to be then, sir?
right, right,
Let,
because
let's
that's
talk.
the go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Let's talk about it. What type of friend do you plan on being?
Hey, Miss McCleese. But yeah, yeah, I mean, and you have all these different definitions. People, because I remember when I was dating someone, and they, were, hell bent on not being a friend, but wanted a companionship, and I'm like, yeah, that's kind of the same thing. But like I explained to that individual, I'm like, well, I don't fuck my friends, and I don't fuck my companions. Like, at the end of the day, you have to be intentional with how you are approaching someone, and no one wants to have someone lying to them on what their true intentions are, because a lot of times, and we got to talk about this one day, but men will say, oh, well, this woman is crazy, or this woman is this or that. But sir, what did you initially,
You
you
took
know
me. You
right,
took me there, right? Because in the beginning stages, I didn't show you crazy. I know I didn't. In the
right,
beginning stages, you didn't show me what led me to crazy. So now, and if you meet somebody like me, I'm upfront with it. Yeah, I'm this, I'm that, but I can be something else too now. And
right,
what you get depends on you and
right,
you handle me. You're gonna get the very very best version of me.
right.
start
And
with. That's who I am.
right. And
Like
then
how
you
you right, how
you
you handle me along the way, that's gonna determine if you get me or me. You know what I'm saying?
right.
You're gonna get something different. You're gonna get something different, right?
Right. And that's the thing, people got to be very intentional on their approach to a person, because, you go in looking for one thing and then get upset. Because often had people upset with me when they say, they want friendship, and I give them exactly that. And then all of a sudden now, you're upset because you're not getting, you know, what you wanted initially because you wasn't upfront with your intentions. Let's see. We got a question here. So, is it appropriate for guys to even approach females on social media platforms?
I think so. By all means, I do believe so. But it's like I said, um, be pure in your intentions. So if you see me and I catch, I catch your eye, that be one thing, and all you want to do is
Do
then
the adult things.
yeah, then let that be known up front. Now,
Right.
if you see me and you start to study me for a while, because I don't know, most men don't just approach women. I would hope you just don't approach something just based on what it looked like, unless that's your only intention. Like I said, study me, get to know me, mention something. You know what I'm saying? If you want to start a conversation with me, mention something that you see me talk about often, or
Right.
um anything. But
Right.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes, ET.
the crazy thing about it, hey Tamara, so anyway, the crazy thing I was going to say is that, most men that, actually are interested beyond the physical will actually study you, will actually see what you're posting, where your mind is at, what are some activities you like to do, because sometimes they'll actually open with that conversation. You have the ones that's rushing in not knowing who you are, and just seeing, oh, she posted a pretty picture today, hey sexy, and it's like, and or I've had this happen before, and this comes to my next and final tip. Please, 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 if you see a woman that is either in a mode where she's, business, or, whether she's posting it on social media, like, we sometimes post pictures where we're kind of serious or we have a smirk or whatever. And then you have these individuals that come in your DMs and say, well, you should smile more. That is so creepy to me. I mean, I don't know about anybody else. I know sometimes, it may get somebody attention, but for me, I'm like, give me a reason to smile. You can't just, nobody's going around doing this.
Yeah,
I'm just like,
yeah,
so it's weird to, suggest a person to smile as if they're not having a good day, or, and I know sometimes it may, help with some people with conversation, but, for myself, it's just like, don't tell me that. Do not tell me that.
yeah. Because most times, if you catch us in the moment, we're on go mode, and I'm gonna speak for most women. When we're in go mode, our mind is usually in 10 different places at one time
Right.
anyway. But when we're on go mode, it's really out there. So I'm not thinking about smiling.
Right.
I might be
Exactly.
full of gratitude and joy and everything else, but I ain't thinking about smiling. That
Right.
doesn't mean I'm not happy.
Right. I've had somebody, I was at a light and I'm driving. I mean, I'm in the car by myself. This man blows a horn. I'm like, okay, well, I must have left my gas cap open or something. So I'm rolling down the window. He said, hey, why don't you smile? And I'm like, I'm in the car by myself. I don't, what, and we at a light. What, what, sir? Like, that was just creepy to me. But anyway, I know that there's a lot of us that don't like that. So y'all, please stop doing that.
And we do understand that it could just be for a lack of better words to say. You don't have any other line to say, but we're telling you in 2022, please come up with something new.
Right. But anyway, yeah, so those are just a few tips we have as far as your initial approach. Ladies, again, it's best to start shooting your shot first. If you, and most of the times those high high value men, as they say, and we ain't talking about finances, I'm talking about character. Those men know their worth already, and they are less likely to be the first to approach or be slower to approaching you. So if you see a man and you value him, I suggest you go ahead and snatch him up. Some guys just, oh, let me go ahead and put this up here. Some guys just don't have right words in person to. Oh, okay. Sales call, icebreaker.
Okay,
No,
so that's
it ain't no.
and come up with some new
Right.
icebreakers, but not just smile. Like, come on, I- we need something better. And something you just said, women.
That was his own
It's
lie.
okay to approach guys, but not every guy is approachable. Some guys don't
Right.
like to be approached. They
True.
feel it's uh just inappropriate for a woman to approach.
They
So you
think it's
got,
too masculine these
yeah.
days.
And some men just don't like it, and I get that.
Right.
So you be careful in approaching a man. Like us too, study the man first before you
Right.
approach him, because he might not even like the
He
type of
might
woman.
got a whole woman because half the time, we know how social media works.
No, in 2022, we pretty much sure of who has a woman or women, because those are the ones that are out here searching. And anyway,
Right. But yes, let's go ahead and get into this nightmare date. You got to tell us from the beginning how this all started because everybody seems to be confused on how you got to a point where this man is now continually to this day still stalking you.
and let me just see now, has he tried to call me today? Because I don't know about y'all, but I can still see like block calls. No matter how I block them, I thought if I went through my phone company and blocked them, like I wouldn't be able to see them, because originally I blocked them through my phone. They still show up in my call log as a blocked call. Anyway, so long story short, which will be longer because I'm long winded. I'm out and I'm sitting in my car, and this guy approached me. Now, originally it was his friend. It was two of them. It was his friend, and his friend looked over in my car. He was like, "Ah, Miss Lady, where you going tonight? You look so nice. Whatever, whatever. I'm trying to get in the car with you." So I'm like, so I'm just listening to his friend at first, and he talking. He walks up and takes over the conversation, push him out the way. He was like, "No, this ain't for you. This one right here. God sent me around this corner for you. This, that, and the other. Beware of the men who start out with God sent me this way or the other." Because anyway, so and I'm looking at both of them like, okay. Anyway, we talk or whatever, and so by this time his friend walks off. He is taking complete over the conversation, and something in me says, "This ain't it. Keep on moving." So he continues to talk to me, and I say to him clearly, and I don't think I have ever said this to a man ever in my life. I said, "I'm not what you want, sir. I'm not what you want." I said, "Because I'm hell when I'm well." Laughing and talking. He was like, "No, no, Miss Lady, I'm telling you it. God sent me right." I said, "Sir, I'm hell when I'm well. I'm not what you want. I'm hell." I said, "I am something serious. I'm not what you want to do." And he was like, "No, no, no. Listen." Then he started telling me about his wife. He lost his wife, and I said, "I understand. I'm a widow." I said, "I get it." He was like, and this, that, and the other. We get so that's kind of how he drew me in.
Right.
He mentioned that he had lost his wife some years ago, this, that, and the other, and that automatically I was like, okay, let me settle back into lady mode, because, like I said, his spirit just ruffled my feathers again,
Everywhere.
and I should have saw that as a sign, because I'm big on energy. So anyway, we talked for a bit, and he was like, "Well, give me your number." No, he said, "Take my number," and I'm like, "No." He was like, "Take my number," and I'm like, "No." So he was like, "Well, give me yours." Me not even thinking, phone in my hand, he gets my phone, dial his phone.
Oh boy.
Cause y'all know, if you
That
don't know by
aggressiveness.
now, text app. get text. I'm big on text app numbers because I've had my number since before I had children. Like I had my number probably almost 20 years now. So, you don't want to change something you have forever. So anyway, so I'm like, in my mind, the first thing I'm thinking to myself, you done made a big mistake here. So anyway, I go on about my night. Um, Maybe half an hour. He calls. Uh, yeah, Miss Lady, I'm just, I'm really digging you, and I just really want to get to know you. And then, but I hear him yelling at somebody in the background too, and I'm like, see this, I don't like this. So anyway, and I tell him, okay, well, I got some stuff to do. It's Saturday night, like, all right, go on about your night, sir. Okay. So as the week progresses, we start to talk every night, but something about him just didn't sell it in my spirit. Every time I talked to him, it was always like this rah rah rah. No, you can't do this. You don't know me to tell me what I can't do. You
I
don't know
can't
me
do
to
this.
give me your views. Tell me that your views are better than mine, and I'm not seeing you in a certain way. Oh, I know you this that not. I don't care for that. Like so. Anyway, Thursday night comes. I'm supposed to see him, and I could hear in his voice he was intoxicated. Me being me, I don't want to be around you if I don't know you and you've
Right.
been on liquid courage. Here's
Mm,
the reason. People on alcohol tend to have different personas. So you got the angry drunk, you got a drunk that want to tell everybody in the room they love them. You got a drunk that want to get up on whoever. You know what I'm saying?
right. It
You have this so
amplifies your real intentions.
right. Not just your real intentions, but some people are good people, but when they get on alcohol, they want to fight. For real. I'm serious about that. Like, it's just so it whatever it is. So I'm like, you know what? No, tonight is not a good night. I don't think I'm gonna be around here. Like, I'm not drunk. You just turned from one person to the next in 2 seconds. Yeah, you drunk, sir. I'm
Right.
gonna stay on here at my house and you go ahead and do your thing.
Right.
Thursday night. It was supposed to be a quick day anyway, because we both gotta work the next day. So, he called me all night that night. Please come out. I said, this ain't it. So the next day, Friday comes. He called me that morning. Good morning, beautiful. This, that, and the other. I sure hope I get a chance to see you tonight. So me being me, I'm gonna be upfront with you. I said you will get a chance to see me tonight. I said, but here's what I need you to do. Until you see me, I need you to remain sober. I said you're trying to get to know me. I'm trying to get to know you. So be sober.
Right.
I said I just need you to be the best version of yourself. Just be sober. Tenfold, I got you. That's the thing. Tenfold, I got you. Anybody out there that know him, then you know I'm talking about your friend. I don't know if you know him, but he's tenfold everything. Tenfold, I got you.
Oh my God.
So the night goes on, and I end up going grocery shopping with my daughter, and he calls me, where you at? And I'm
Oh,
grocery shopping, sir. Don't have a set time. It's it is what it is. I get home. By then I'm talking to him. I'm putting up groceries. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty much together because I'm not about to get fancy. I know we're not about to do anything major, so
right.
I'm pretty much ready. I was like, okay. He was like, so I'm gonna come. No, you're not coming to get me because all week long you've been asking, where do you live? In a house? Where do you live? In a neighborhood? You don't know me. You don't get to know all those details. And it's
Right.
okay if you want me to know where you live. I'm all right with it. So he said, well, you want me to come get you? No. Meet me. I said, no. You know what? I'll come and get you. I said, that's all right with you. I'll come. He was like, yeah, that's fine. I'm tired. I worked all week. That voice had started to change. So like I said, I talked to him throughout the day and that voice had started to change a little bit. Now, I think it was cold. Yeah, it was cold season. So I thought to myself, get extra girl to put on some boots. And
Mhm.
then one side of me said, put your tennis shoes on because you don't know what time it's about to be. So I put my tennis shoes on or either I keep them on, whatever. And I go. And so as soon as I get there, he was like, come in, come in. I was like, no, I'm not coming in. Like, we supposed to be going, grab a bite to eat or whatever. I'm not going, ride around a minute, get to know each other a little bit better. Just, I want to feel you out. You feel me out. Please
Right.
come in. No. Some tell me then to go ahead and pull off. Yes, he was. He was. But you know what? Me personally, Miss Cox, I try to look beyond red flags sometimes because, in all honesty, you be thinking, is this person nervous or just what did it? I didn't know. So anyway, he gets in my car and he's loud. I said, he been drinking. I said, so let me ask you this: have you been drinking? No, no, I ain't been drinking. I
So,
just had a couple of beers. That's drinking. I
couple
don't
of
know what
years.
the globe. You are from somewhere. I said, so you may just want to stay here. No, we good. We good. I promise you. I'm good. I said, okay, I'm gonna take you at your word for it.
Right.
So as we go on about the night, I'm like, okay, let's just ride a minute. Let's see what's open. Because in our area, stuff is not staying open as late still since everything happened or whatever. So I'm like, let's just ride talk and figure out what we're gonna eat from there. We talking. Um, Conversation is okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to feel a little, I don't know. So then I call my sis on the phone and we talk, just brief conversation. I know it was rude, but I kind of just needed to do it to kind of
Break
see if
up
he
the
was going to be one
tension.
of the ones that try to talk in the background and make people know he was in the car, whatever. I was trying to feel him out a little bit. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he did just that. He started. So I was like, okay, well, anyway, I was like, okay, I forgot. I need to get gas. I said, so let me stop and get gas. This way, everything starts to be everything. So we head to the gas station. She was like, I got plenty of money. I said, yep, he drunk. I said, that's fine. I got plenty of money. You want me to fill up your tank? I got plenty of money.
He said the initial no thank you turned into a whole nightmare. Why continue?
True, true. So he was like, I got plenty of money. I'm like, oh, that's fine. He was like, I'll fill up your tank. It ain't no problem, ain't no thing. I was like, you know what? That's sweet, but I don't need you to fill up my tank. I said, I got it. I said, that ain't what I'm about. I got it. So he was like, I got plenty of money. He said, no, I got plenty of money. That's what people know me for. I said, oh. Now, in my mind now, I'm already saying, yeah, you won't ever see me again. So anyway, we pull up to the gas pump, and I'm like, okay. I said, you gonna put my gas right? I said, I don't need you to pay for the gas, but I got my own gas. You gonna put my gas right? No, I ain't putting no gas.
Yeah.
I do this. I said, wait a minute, wait a minute. You in my car on the passenger side, and you ain't gonna put my gas? No, I ain't putting no gas.
But he was just talking about filling up your tank.
He's smiling now. I said, so you just offered to pay for my gas, but you don't want to pump my gas? No, I ain't pumping no gas. Oh, okay. So I get out. I keep it calm. I get out. And for everybody
Right.
who said he
Straight
wanted to grab
clown.
my purse, he could not grab my purse, y'all, because I'm a slingback queen. Um, I live in the area. They'll grab your purse. Montgomery, y'all know they some purse snatchers and everything. But I tend to wear cleanbacks most of the time because if you grab my purse, you're gonna grab me with it. And as you can see, you're gonna be grabbing a lot. But anyway, so I start pumping my gas or whatever, and I'm just saying, I'm talking at this time, kind of just out loud to myself. I know he did say he ain't gonna pump my gas. So then probably about halfway through my tank, he get out. I'm gonna pump your gas. I got it, me later. I got it. I said, no, no, no,
Mm-hmm.
sir. I don't need you to pump my gas now. I said, no, sir. I said, I'm good. I'm straight. You good. You good. I said, matter of fact, stand right there. Don't pump my gas. I got it. I was just playing. I was just picking at you. This, that, no. No, sir. No, you ain't. I'm continuing to pump my gas. I get to pump my gas. He take the thing out my hand, hang the thing up. I start screwing my cap on my thing. He take that from me. So at this point, okay, I'm getting on in my car. He get on in my car. I'm quiet. I don't have nothing to say to you because you about to go straight back where I picked you up from. Okay. He just talking to me. Oh, you know I would pump your gas, but did I said no. I said you said no. I said and I no is no. That's what you said.
Right.
He was like, well, where we going? I don't say none of this at first. He was like, you mad at me by gas? I said, I'm not mad at all. I said, it's the principle of it. I was just kidding. No, you were dead serious. I
Right.
just was picking with you. I just was picking with you. Listen. I just was picking with you. You got the wrong one. You have the wrong one. I said, no. I said, listen, I said, this is your first outing with me. I said, and it I didn't find that funny at all. I said, and I'm just trying to figure out how are you to make a first impression. I said, first of all, it seems as if you're drunk. I ain't drunk. I said, hey, hold it. We don't have to get all into that. That's your preference, but I did ask you not to drink before you stop me. I said, second of all, I said, you try to make a first impression of somebody, and I shouldn't even have to ask you where you're gonna pump my gas. If I pull up to the gas tank with my 13-year-old son, he gonna automatically get out and do what? Pump my gas. It's understood he 13. I
Right.
don't tell a 13-year-old, so why I gotta tell somebody in their 40s to pump my gas?
Right.
So, that was my mistake. I shouldn't even have to ask you. Okay. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. I'm finna get you to your house fast as you can. And you better hope. Oh, wait, I left this out, y'all. So I'm starving. So on my way, there is a Taco Bell. I stopped to get me a couple of tacos. He was like, before I pull up to the thing, oh, I pay for your food. I pay for your food. Y'all know I'm deaf at this point. I ain't heard nothing you said, sir. Um, I order my tacos. I ain't say a mumbling word. Order me some too. I don't say a mumbling word.
Oh
I
Lord.
get to the window. He got jugging me on my side with money. I pay for my own food with my own money. Okay. So then we pulling on his mind. You really ain't gonna get me nothing. I don't say nothing. So as we pull out from Taco Bell, that's when the arguing back and forth it continues. I don't have nothing to say to you. Like he was like, you can't understand. He said that's childish. This is me while I'm driving. Childish. You said you were playing a joke on a 40-year-old woman about pumping her gas.
Right.
After she picked you up, paid for her own paying, and I'm not asking you for anything. I'm okay to pay for my own gas. You just pump it. You call me childish? Oh, okay. So at this point I'm mute. We pull up. We pull up. He was just sitting there. I said, so you're here.
Right. He said the
You
gas is higher than him than to gauge.
this been a while, but I was like, okay, you I brought you back to your destination. You so mean. I said, I'm sure. Listen, me bringing you back to your house after how you just tripped out. That's all the love of Jesus in my heart right there that I have for you right there. I brought
Right.
you back safely to your destination. Please get out
Right.
my car. He's still talking. I said, look, I listen. I ain't gonna ask you no more. Get out my car. I said, I don't know what you're trying to do. I ain't want to hurt him. I ain't trying to hurt or harm you. Now, if you
Already.
ever been around an angry drunk and they say I ain't gonna try to hurt or harm you, some hurting and harming might be about to go
Mm-hmm.
down. So me, I say, hurt or harm me, get out my car. Get out my car, sir. Get out my car.
Got the gun. Yeah.
You really gonna get out my car? He started getting stuff. He slowly started, got his hat, got his stuff, and slowly started getting out my car. Slowly. He get out the car. Still, knowing I got and first let me say this. He also knew I had a loaded gun on me. He didn't care. Gets out my car, standing in my door. After all this, come in, please come in.
What?
What the
Ain't
hell
no
would I
way.
come in for? You was
What?
that your whole trick? Was your whole trick for to get me to drop you back off because you thought I was gonna come in? I know I'm pleasantly plump, but ain't no part of me desperate.
Pleasantly plump.
Ain't no part of me desperate to come in. Was that your way to woo me inside your door? Cause
Right.
you got me messed up. So I say, hell no, I'm not coming in. Please close my door. Go on about your business. Please come in. I'll give you $100 to come in. Close my door and get the hell out of my man. Go on. I basically had to put my car in reverse to get him to just go on by his night.
Right.
Y'all, as soon as I hit drive, he was already dialing me.
Oh wow.
So I said, okay, I got something for him. I'm gonna block him. I blocked him.
Somebody said, please come in.
3 minutes later, he called me from another number. I said, wait a minute now.
See.
I looked at, but I answer all numbers because my husband taught me. He was like, stop not answering numbers. You never know. It could be, a family member, whatever, that's having an emergency and had to use somebody else's phone. So I answer anybody's number. The bill collector can get me all the time when they call me because I'm going to answer if I don't know what it is. So he started calling from another number. Miss Lady, please, please. First of all, I told you what my name was from the beginning. So stop calling me Miss Lady. You know my name. But now I'm gonna need you to hang up my phone and never dial it again. Please don't do me like that.
Oh my God.
I said, I'm not doing you no type of way. I said, you act like we have something, we built something together and I'm leaving you.
Right.
I said, listen, this is the easiest break that you have ever had in your life. You don't owe me nothing. I don't owe you nothing. Go on about your life. Hang up. I block him from that number. He called me from another number.
Oh no. Nah.
My driveway. I went through this all that night long. The next day, the same thing. And I guess eventually he ran out of numbers. So all I saw down my phone log was his number with the circle and the X on it.
He said, why would you even be attracted to a dude who uses the word Miss Lady?
The thing about it is, I can't even say that I was attracted to him, like physically attracted to him to begin with. When I meet people, it's not always about meeting somebody to get to know them for a relationship. I'm in all honesty. Like, I know people that I met that I never slept with, but we are still like the best of friends. We might not talk every day, but we link and we have a good time. So for me, you know what I'm saying? You want to just go out and get to know me. That's what I see it as. I don't see a future with you right off the bat. And I don't even know why I'm that way now. But when I meet people, like I honestly don't look at them and be like, that could be my husband. If I say something like that, it's probably because he looked good and that's just, I'm just talking trash for that moment. But I don't meet anybody these days, new people anyway, with the intention of that's gonna be my whatever. I just don't. It's because people they say that more, so it's frustrating to get that hope build up. I meet people now with the intentions of hoping to meet great people to build some type of bond. It don't have to be a sexual bond. So in all honesty, when I saw him, after I told him I was hell, I said this gonna be my homeboy. That's my thinking. I ain't even lying to y'all. Like when I say I'm that for real.
I agree, Miss Cox.
I said this to him a few times because we ain't even though y'all got that much of the story. Listen, it's been so long ago. I done cursed this man out. I done gave him Bible scriptures. We done went back and forth about God. He keeps saying God put me in his life. And God probably did put me in his life to show him an amazing lesson because he keeps trying to tell me that he grew up in the church, this, that, and the other. But then when I throw something at him, he be like, yeah, you're right. Yes, I'm right. Because what you're talking about, you're just talking about something based off of what you grew up. You didn't learn anything. You didn't develop a relationship with your creator along the way, sir. You just going by the stuff you did and a pattern of what you did. You didn't develop nothing along the way. But in all honesty, I did meet him with the intentions of, this gonna be my partner I go kick it with sometime. We're gonna hang, we're gonna whatever.
He said you couldn't even rebuke that demon.
It's still Friday morning. The text I got. Hold on.
And this is crazy because you actually don't understand. People will hear your story and think, "Oh, she's just kidding." But there are actually people. I literally had to block. I had to block somebody
And
recently.
y'all, and I check my block messages on the regular because I'm a little toxic myself. So this is why I say that, because I do have somebody that I keep on block, because there are days that I don't want him to disturb my spirits,
Hmm.
and there are days when I kind of miss him. So I'll check my block stuff to see if he's reached out. But it ain't for him. So Friday morning, this is the text message I get. GM, which is good morning, and fellas, we hate that. Sometime I need you to spell it out. Let me know I mean enough to you for you to spell out the words you type for me. GM, hope you, and I don't mean by OU, just a lowercase u, have a wonderful, no, have a blessed, BLESS, wonderful day. That's the message I got from him right there on yesterday morning. And these are all block messages. So everything you see right here, that's all him just sending me messages. These are just his messages because they on block. And that's been so long. Like, sir, I need you to get it through your head. Leave me alone.
That's like the
Leave me
ones
alone.
that be in people's DMs and talking to themselves. Like, I mean, I don't understand. Like, when when you've already, especially expressed your disinterest in someone, like, why you that gives me a little suspect. Like, you on some crazy stuff. Like, you're probably trying to suffocate me in my sleep, man. I
I
don't
don't
want.
know. And I'm gonna be honest and say at one point I did unblock him because he just acted like he was suicidal. And I don't know if it was I don't know who I was listening to in my mind, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna unblock him. I was like, what you want, dude? I'm trying to tell you, I know God sent me to you. I know you the one. I know you the one.
I get, that it's so funny that I mean, it's not funny, but it's funny because it's like, you don't even believe that people could, be that extreme. Like, you just like, I don't know. Right, Miss Cox. Like, it's scary in these streets. Like, you just never know with people, especially, and I think someone said earlier, the first encounter that you had with this man, I would have probably just left him alone because, even then he was, he had these microaggressions going on. Like, he was
He
like,
did. He really
his,
did.
his friend out the way, grabbing your phone, trying to call him right then. I don't do that. That is like very inappropriate.
And see, but like I said, really and truly, I didn't look at him and say that's gonna be my man. That's gonna be my husband. I was on my way to a whole situation that night. I I wasn't thinking about. I was just like, what, he might be all right. And really, it was more so the energy that I picked up off his friend that made me say, you know what, these might be some, okay people. You know what, okay, it's gonna be whatever. This is gonna be my homeboy. I ain't,
Right, right.
and he
Yeah,
probably did said, I'm gonna get. No, you ain't. But I told him that though. It was like he. I talked to him probably for like a week straight after that, just on a friends basis, and he kept saying stuff like, I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna holler at you. He be like, you finna go see your man. See if you got to go back on block, cause
right.
and no matter who I'm about to go and see, like you don't know me like that. Like,
I just hate that you ended up, give giving him. Well, I mean, I guess you ain't had no choice because he called his phone with your number. I just hate he got your real number because that was, yeah, that's the only thing.
cause I
Trying to.
usually know that real number. And see, even that in itself made me wonder, like, okay, maybe you're supposed to just be his friend or something. That's the whole how you got our block. It's like that ain't you. You usually get that text free number in a heartbeat, but I didn't.
Yeah, you're right, Jarrell. He said, you shouldn't even entertain clowns like that, especially when you have to pick him up. He's not
But
worth
see,
it.
I didn't have to pick him up, y'all. That's what I keep trying to reiterate. I never had to pick him up. He did offer to pick me up. He also offered to meet me. But something in my spirit just said, This the type of sucker that'll follow you home. I have been followed home before. I have been
Oh
followed home
yeah,
before.
okay. I see what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? And then I keep thinking about it, and I have a personalized tag as well as a tag on the front of my car. That if you see my car, you're gonna know it's me. So I've had somebody to pull up on me and say, "Oh, this way you." I'm like, so it was kind of like me thinking, you know what? Because he
Right.
didn't ask me too many times where you live, where you stay. Why? I live in a house. I don't live in a cardboard box.
Yeah, I hate that too.
You know what I'm saying? I'm good, sir.
CT said, "Do you tell guys up front you're toxic?"
I'm not toxic. We listen. Let's keep it real, y'all. We all have the ability to be toxic.
To somebody, yeah? True
We
that.
all have the ability to be
True
toxic. It's
that.
never my intention. You know, when it's, and I explained this to him too. This is another way how he got back in. Y'all forgot about it. Oh, I left some stuff out. A part of that time I had him on block. Guess what he did?
What?
Called me on Duo.
Oh wow.
I didn't even, because I never, took the time to even try to know his number. I'm like, who in the world is calling me on Duo? And I guess if you never connected with the person, their face doesn't come up. I don't know. I just know that usually I can see, like, my guy. I see his face before I answer his call.
Right.
So it didn't come up nothing. It just came up the number. So I answered, and it's him. I said, what the? I even had to block him on Duo.
Right. I'm
It's
with you,
that.
Miss Cox. Yeah, it would have been all over if he, but you know what? And I'm gonna tell you like this though. Sometimes you got people that you don't even have to get picked up, because I didn't tell you about the one guy that I went out on a date. I met this guy at a location, so I met him at the restaurant. But for whatever reason, he already knew my address. This man
So
already knew my address. He sent some edible arrangements to me 2 days after that first encounter. And I had to tell him, I was no longer interested, because I'm like, you just invaded all sorts of.
now, in all honesty, a guy knowing your address in advance. Little tip. If I have your real phone number and your real name, I know where you live.
Right,
Now, I don't do it off of anything other than me being completely aware of what I'm getting into, or at
right.
least trying to be. And that go for married men and men who done lied about who they supposed to be, where they at. You done lied to me. If you done told a lie, said you live this place and you live alone,
So get this thirsty man some water.
I'ma know. I know already.
He said, so CT said he got a feeling you still talk. Do you talk to him when you bored?
I can't, y'all. I can't. I told y'all I legit tried to be his friend after the whole how he started texting me and the whole him calling me on Duo. I was like, okay, I'm gonna at least be his friend. I cannot. I can't even talk to him when I'm bored. I
Somebody
can't even talk to him
said,
when I'm bored because that's what I'm saying. He would always, how you just try to talk to somebody like in a regular, let's kick it. Okay, we cool.
Mhm.
It'll always be, I'll be like, all right, it's good to talk to you. Let me go. Oh, you must be finna see your man.
Yeah, that's weird.
I'm finna see my children in his house. Like, what are you talking about? You don't even have a right to ask me that type of question. And I
Right,
and I simply told him just what Miss Cox said a little while ago. If you are the way you are based off you just being around me one time,
right,
imagine what you would be like
right,
ha- if I had to give you that snap.
right. That would have been the.
Mm-mm.
Mm,
Mm-mm. No, Lord. But yeah, now so the guy shouldn't have sent you the edible arrangements to your home. But I believe in like knowing because people don't be who they say they are, and I don't need you to lie to me because I need to be aware.
right. Well, and that's what, like I agree with Miss Cox about, having to do a background check on some people. But you know what, even with the background check, and that's what I was trying to explain to someone before, like I tell my mama all the time, and she knows this. Like, don't try to hook me up with nobody, because just because they seem like a nice guy to you, they might be beating the crap out of their exes, you know what I'm saying? Or, may have been on some other stuff. So, the only way for me to truly understand who I'm dealing with is for me to talk to this person, for me to, like, interact with this person. Like, even sometimes when you talking to a person over the phone, you don't even know who they are. Like, it's not until you get face to face with this individual before you be like, okay, yeah, you definitely are not somebody I want to
Sometimes
interact
though,
with.
you can feel some stuff over the phone because, like I said, like it's something that sometimes it just aggravates your spirit. Like I have a particular individual. Um, it's just something about him. His whole presence just brings just calmness to me. Like you,
Hmm.
peace.
Right.
But then if you get around certain individuals, even if it's on the phone, if I go all, if I start feeling a certain type of way, then I know it ain't it. Like sometimes you can kind
Right.
of feel, but you can pick up on things too, just in conversation with folks, if you pay attention to them.
Yeah. Let's see what he said. Then when you can go, let's see, communication has to be upfront before jumping out there meeting and dating. You go with your gut feeling. If it doesn't feel good, keep it moving. There's levels to this. You're
You're
right. You're
right.
absolutely right.
You're absolutely right. But that's what I keep saying, y'all. I never intended for him to be my man. I really didn't see that when
My mama told me she never hooked me
I
up.
never hear when they come in my inbox, and I can make them date you. Wait,
Yeah, she has
good
people coming in her
Lord,
DMs
you got to
requesting.
be a bold man to go to somebody's mama.
Right.
Mm.
Requesting, it's almost like requesting my hand in dating. I'm like, she has no pull in that whatsoever. If anything, now my mama will talk about you if you're ugly. I'm tell you that now. So you better not go in her DMs trying to ask her anything about me, because she gonna be like, baby, you ain't even my baby type. Like, she'll tell you in a minute.
Now, what if the one wrapped up for you is wrapped up in ugly? What you gonna do then? Hold on, let me
Well,
sip this
I
water.
know for first of all, I know for a fact that God did not create anything good for me
Woo.
wrapped up in ugly, baby. I'm telling you right now, because I was very specific when I made
Right
those
now,
prayers, ma'am.
he he
So,
he might just need a little brush up, little cut up, little.
uh-uh, nope, absolutely not. No, because I'm telling you, the first thing I requested was that I be physically attracted to the man. So that's the first thing I requested.
See, and that whole physical attraction thing, it can fool you now. But I'm sure you know that by now in the game, right?
I mean, you can
You
have,
have had some
but I
sex
will tell you
probably in
this.
your life.
I will tell you this. I also feel like we should not be settling for less than what we feel we deserve. And the reason why I say that is because you have, even for myself, you have men that if I looked any other way, they would not approach me.
Then that's fine because that just means that's not your person.
Right.
What I'm
But see,
saying to
and
you is, I have been at least partially attracted to somebody, or
well,
just kind
yeah,
of
but you
think they're cute or
attracted.
whatever. Just think they're cute or whatever, not really be attracted to them, but get to know them, and that mental stimulation actually like take over. And the next thing I
Right.
know, like I'm
Well,
crazy about it. I didn't even see myself with because they done took me somewhere mentally that nobody
right.
else could. So when I see them, ooh, anyway, yeah, you know what I'm
Well, I
saying?
mean, I get that part now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that the person got to be Morris Chestnut or no Idris Elba. I'm not saying that they got to be that fine, but at least some type of physical attraction to you. Like like I tell people all the time. They ask me what my physical type is. I'm like, as long as your face is cute to me, like that's what I'm attracted to. If your face is because I've had some ones where, honey, you know, I'ma just say the first thing I look for on a man is his smile because I'm big on, you know, the face.
Yeah, I want to say, my sis says their teeth and their shoes is what she pays attention to first.
Mm,
See, Tamara is Miss Words. You understand exactly what I mean, but I'm serious. Like, it didn't just happen at 40. It's not something that happened in age. It's something that happened to me in experience. And like I said, my husband was not what I was physically attracted to automatically. Um,
I agree, Jarrell. He said there should be an equal balance. Both are needed. However, the mental connection has to be greater than the two.
that's what I'm saying.
So,
But
yeah,
but what I'm saying to you, but sometimes, especially when you're still, I think you're still evolving as a person.
right.
What you physically like to look at is just not always where it's at for you.
He said he go-
Probably, she probably is. If she opens herself up to it, she probably will for real. Like I'm so serious, y'all. If, if you get somebody to really, when you find that one somebody that mentally stimulates you, it if it don't last there or if something happens along the way, you are gonna find yourself. You're gonna still see fine men and be like, oh, he fine. Trust you're gonna still do that. But
right,
you are gonna find yourself paying attention to people's actions and the things
right,
they say and their thought process, and that's going to draw you to them more than what they physically look like.
right,
And a lot of times, it line up with what you kind of like. Sometimes you start liking something a little different because
right. True.
of what they turned you on mentally. But I'm telling you that mental attraction far
Well,
exceeds physical attraction any day.
well, and I do know that. What I'm saying is going in though. I'm saying no one is at I mean, some us women sometimes are more lenient when it comes to looks. So we will typically sit there and be like, okay, well, this person ain't great looking, but I'm gonna still get them a try. Whereas men are complete polar opposites of that. They go after what they want, and or when they first see it. Now, granted, like I said, sometimes men can't, go past the physical, but I know for myself, I go past the physical. Like as a woman, you may find that person attractive, but then, you're trying to dig and see, you know, if this person is compatible with you mentally.
Right.
So I do understand that part. I'm just saying, me personally, we do have to have some type of physical attraction to a person. Not saying that this person, again, he may not look good to somebody else, but I'm saying as long as he looks good to me, that's all that matters. And that's what I mean about physical attraction, because what you may deem as fine may not be my type of fine, or what you may deem as ugly may not be my ugly. So I say that to say, we do have to have some type of, you know, physical attraction to a person, even if it's not like this person is exactly like top tier fineness or whatever. You still want to have some physical attraction to that person, so that when you do, engage in this person, and I think me and CT may have had a conversation about this before. Some women are able to, view a person as, hey, this is a person that I am initially attracted to you, I mean, to or whatever, but once you start talking to that person, is experiencing that person, then they become more physically attractive to you, based on how they treat you, your experience with them and stuff and so on. So
Right.
I can definitely see, that, but I'm definitely not about to cry. Look, cuz I done dated an ugly before, and
Who was it?
he was ugly on the inside and the
Because
outside.
you must didn't let us meet him.
Oh no, ma'am, cause I know my family, and I know that y'all gonna talk. They gonna be
Don't
like,
do
"Ooh,
that. Don't say you know your
ooh, good. Did you see what Ashley Pooh brought up in here?"
I
Yes,
wouldn't do you that way. I wouldn't do you that way. Not at this stage in the game. I would pay attention to how he treats you. I would pay
Yeah.
attention to how he treats you for real. Like, cause that's important.
Let
That's
me see.
important.
It's some comments coming in here. They coming in here fast now. Hold on, wait a minute. Let's see. I agree, Tam. Can't always be the looks. I'm an energy person myself.
That's me, CT. You got to have that energy, or it's a no for me. It's a no for me. It's a no for me if that energy is off. Like,
Let's
mm-mm.
see. Man, is it okay? Let's see. Community standards about to shut us down. You so silly. Let's see. Some men, you can be beautiful woman, but you're what? All surface, nothing in depth. Oh, okay. You're inside. You ain't got nothing. Let's see who else. Oh shoot, honey, they done came through there. Stepping outside of your comfort zone.
You got to. You have to step outside of your comfort zone. I'm just gonna touch bases with you back to that mental stimulation. I'm so serious. When if you find what you're at least partially attracted to
Right.
physically, and y'all link on a mental level,
It's different. Yeah.
even the sex is.
Explosive.
Listen, you ain't never been in front of somebody that you care for, and y'all standing face to face. Y'all ain't touching or nothing, but it's almost orgasmic. Just the energy that you all share.
Mm-hmm.
That mental stimulation will change your mind, your whole mindset on this dating outlook. I'm telling you, you'll be around here looking for people that you can link with.
He said, "Would you date a guy that approaches you in some Crocs?"
First of all, yes.
Well,
I've actually anyway, on to the next question. But yes.
she having flashbacks, people.
Am I having
Yeah,
flashbacks? Probably.
that's where intimacy begins, and
It
it
does.
does.
It does.
It
It
does.
does. It does. And then I have children, so if you have children, I'm also gonna watch you with your children.
Right. Right. Yeah, because I mean that's very important. Like I
Yeah,
said,
I like to see those relationships too. I like to see the relationships with your mom if your parents are still alive. I like to see your relationship with your family members. I like to see all of that as well. Like all of that is important to me. I'm
right,
big on family, my children. Um, Now I don't care what they say about what I got going on. My mother can agree. Like I'm a like a love what I love, and I don't care how nobody else feel about it. But I'm
right.
big on family and stuff like that.
She said, depending on how much you pay for the Crocs.
And if they Crocs and not rock,
That is too funny.
yeah.
Oh
See,
boy.
yeah, yeah, he
What?
can have on Crocs. CT, like if I wear them for confident, and when I'm on the go, like I wear my Crocs every day to go take my kids to school because that's something I can slip my feet into them. And my boy have to be to school before 7:15. Like Crocs every day.
Well, y'all, this has been wonderful. I did want to flash on the screen where you guys can follow if you haven't already started. What if you know what? See, he's still up here telling us, so what if he got a black toe and stuff? I am not fooling with you today.
Baby,
See?
I'm not dating this tall baby.
But yeah,
These toes are right.
so this I just want y'all to see. These are all the social media links that you guys can follow and get updates. Sometimes I post other things that aren't related to the broadcasting, but we do have questions and things available for people to interact with. So make sure you check out Facebook, YouTube, and IG for Peach Talk Media. But we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for coming in and participating. I appreciate all the comments and interaction with today's episode. We will be back again, honey, and we
Yes,
have
indeed.
quite a bit of we have quite a bit of a lineup coming in the next month or so. A few business spotlights and entrepreneurs that I want to let people know what their products are. Let me see. Let me get this one more question. Let's see. Without the physical attraction, how do you get to the mental?
You have to be open to it. So conversation, you listen to a person speak, you listen to a person's intentions, you watch them, you pay attention. You got to see, that's the thing about it. Unless your mind is open to looking to, seeking something other than just what looks good, you're not
Right.
going to open to a mental attraction because you're fixating on what somebody looks like. So no, it's not going to work for you. If that's all
Right.
you, if all you intend to do is be with somebody because of what they look like, then the mental is never going to happen for you. And if
Right.
it does happen, it's going to be a miracle because you already have it made up in your mind. I just want it because it look good.
True. True.
And we all have had what looked good and what no good for us.
True that. Everything that look good ain't good for you. So
Mm-mm.
on that note, I want everybody to stay sweet and hope that we see you guys again soon. Thank you guys for joining. See you next time.